For this video of homework 15, we will be looking at the European call as well as delta hedging. And basically what the European call is taking an investment on by paying initial amount at first so that you have the privilege of buying it off later, hopefully at a higher value. So really there are two parties involved. One that accepts the initial payment at the spot price where it begins, and then at the end of a cycle in the European call, there is a strike price that occurs at the end of the investment period where there is the option of either accepting the investment that was purchased with the additional money that was earned through that in the market, or they can simply give it back to the original owner with only having lost the money that they bought for the right for the investment. And this also includes an interest rate and some of the volatility and the time to maturity, which is the time from the initial purchase to the time that it can be sold on the market. So when we're running the code, we can see that the call price comes out after some calculation, and for this we also have an expectation of 0 since both parties are interested in making money in this case. And for a fair trade in both minds, we see that with a volatile market, there is no determining whether or not the stock value will go necessarily up or down, so therefore our expectation settles around 0, while one party hopes that it goes down and hopes that the initial purchase will not be used to claim the stock, while the other one hopes that the stock goes up, and with that bought privilege they take their option of keeping that stock. Now moving on to an entirely different concept of delta hedging. This still in a sense has to do with stocks on the market, where we can see market activity and we have an investment in the market, but we can in a way place a bet against what we had on the market before. So say we're investing in a certain sports team that we are betting on. In that case, we spend, say, $500 on the home team. If we're suddenly concerned that that won't turn out exactly like we want and we want to cut the risk for that, we can do what's known as delta hedging, and for example in the sports scenario pay $400 to bet for the other team, therefore making our bet margin at only $100, which cuts the risk and ultimately makes us feel better about how we're investing. And in this certain case, what we did was look at a random normal distribution that's going up and down, and in the cases that we have our stock value, which is higher than 2, we're going to go ahead and decrease the variance. As you can see right here, it's much smaller between units, whereas when it goes into the negative, we want to, in this case, increase that gamble and hope that it goes up rapidly so that we can hold it once it goes above 0 to a smaller variance and hopefully consistently stays positive. So those are a couple of concepts from homework 15. We hope this video was useful.